It's me. We got Nick the Barber. Check us out.
Welcome to the Barber Game Podcast. I go by the name of DJ Meek Chops.
Hey, people, this is Smith.
What it do? This is Marcus.
What's good, everybody? This your boy Merv Mill on the check-in, and this is the
Barber Game Podcast.
A busted transmission.
For real.
So without further ado, man, we're going to introduce my man from up top, way up north, Marysville, King of Marysville.
King of America.
King of Marysville.
Who you talking to me?
I just said King of Everett.
Yeah,
King
Everett.
of up top.
Everett, baby.
Okay, Everett.
Everett.
King of Everett, Master Barber. This dude got multifacets, several different things he does
Yep.
outside of cutting. But without further ado, like I said, my man Nick and his son, Nick Jr.
Nicholas, say what's up.
What's
Man,
up?
what up?
Nick.
So, man, tell us. I mean, you were already going into it, man. Like, what started it, man? What got you into barbering from the jump, from the get go?
So, the very first time when I was paying attention to barbering, I seen every time I went to the barber shop, they had a lot of bread. You know, I always liked money, cash money, mowed lawns, do whatever I had to do to make money when I was younger, but I always seen them with a stack.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have a stack in my pocket. So over time, I just kept trying. And when I was 18, I tried to sign up for barber school. They told me, they were like, your pops made too much money. Like, bro, I ain't live with my pops, you know what I'm saying? So I told them, like, what can I do to get in here? They said, you can come back and when you're 23 or when you have a kid. So I had his little ass pulled up at 23, like, what's
They
up?
literally wait.
I need a
He
spot.
said, I need a kid real quick. I gotta get in.
My guy Marcus was
I'm
there.
confused. They literally told you had to have a kid?
They told you
Yeah.
either you have a
That's,
child.
because you have to get a Parent Plus loan. And in your Parent Plus loan, like when you go in college, it goes based on your parents' tax income.
Yep. Until you're 21 or 24, they said.
Yeah. Or if you have a child, or if you have a dependent.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean, that wasn't the plan. I wasn't like, I'm about to be a barber, Nicholas. You know what I'm saying?
It was more like,
But
fuck it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, it worked
Yeah.
out. It worked out well.
Yeah.
And he was in and out of barber school. You remember, in and out there with us a lot.
Nick had the slime green Lexus with the
Underbags,
airbags. Yeah.
yep.
Hey,
Yep.
he was in there. Barber school. Nick was
Yep.
wilding.
Yeah.
Nick was wilding. He came
was
through. He
doing
had
a
the
lot.
whip. Yeah. All that.
It was very, very humbling going from a different lifestyle to becoming a barber. It was humbling, very humbling, thinking that you were the man running around, having all the money you could think, you know, doing dumb shit, and then coming and somebody looking at a haircut and being like, your work is shit or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to be
Yeah,
like, damn. You got to reflect and you got to really try your best to adjust and accommodate your clientele. You know
So what were you doing? Let's talk about that. What were you doing before barber school, like that life, whatever? You just
Selling
in the streets.
Ooh.
Selling dope. You know what I'm
So,
saying? Doing
so the,
dope.
the lifestyle is different.
Lifestyle is way different.
And then coming into barber school, where you got to be there hours. It's about the hours, right?
It's about the hours.
You got to be there, even if you got the money, you chilling outside, everything kicking
Yeah.
it over here. But I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Talk about that, like the mindset you got to go through, the struggle. You know.
Like I said, it's very humbling, especially when you go to barber school and you barely got $1 in your pocket and you hungry and you got kids to take care of and you know you got to put in 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And struggle through that time. Luckily, you know, I want to give a huge shout out to Washington State EBT. You know what I'm saying? They hooked your boy up, held me down through that whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? For real, like
Yeah.
that shit helped. And then having my kids and knowing that I'm doing something right. For, you know what I'm saying, one of the first times in my life. So that
Where were
definitely.
you born and raised?
I was
kid?
born in Edmonds, Washington.
Oh, nice.
As-
You're rich.
What was
Okay.
it? Stevens Hospital back then. Now it's Swedish. And then I was raised in Everett most of my life. But my mother, she lived in the country outside of Detroit in a small town called Flat Rock.
Okay.
Okay.
So back and forth between the two most of my life. I get in trouble here, I go stay there.
Mom spaghetti, all that.
Nah, no.
I was just kidding.
Yo, be rapping.
I was in the country. I was luckily I was outside there. I wasn't in the mix like that. I was blessed.
Okay. Do you go back?
I did go back. My mom just sold her house there this year.
Okay.
So when COVID first hit, I went out there for 6-8 weeks, hung out because she had a nice sized property, 20 acres.
Right.
Hung out there, went and shot stuff and run around the farm hunting,
Yeah.
just doing little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life.
Yeah.
It was nice. I missed that. She got a property she just bought in Montana now. So,
Oh, you're going to be
Same kind
going
of
there
style.
too?
yep.
Oh, nice.
Planning on going back and forth between there. And she live on top of a mountain now, so it's a lot different.
Okay. Very
It-
Yellowstone-ish.
Yeah,
I've been out there. It's just hills and just
it's
land.
a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. I came outside, and I went out there to smoke one night, have a smoke, and came outside. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard some in the woods, and I turned around, looked, turned
Back
around, ran
inside?
right back inside. Bro. I said, I ain't playing that.
Hey, I'm city folk, man. I don't like all that.
Nah.
Yeah, for real.
I ain't about to just chill out here. And wait
I'm not
till
built for like the country, man. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather be. I'm city. I want stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I can't go sit and fish and hunt and all that. That's not my thing, bro.
Yeah, fishing and hunting's fun, but you got to have patience. And as you
Gotta
get
have-
older,
Yeah. I think when I get older, I might adapt to it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
For someone
right now-
that doesn't like to sit, do you have patience for fishing and hunting?
Well, fishing,
Hey, he in the boat
I ain't
back and
gonna
forth.
lie, yeah.
Walking back and forth.
That's exactly what I was going to tell you. I'll move the boat 10 times if I don't get a bite. I'm like, man, where are the
Let's
fish
try
at?
over here.
Let's try over here. Let's try to get a bite.
Hey, the boat just running around the whole time.
It doesn't always work out the greatest, but it does work. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying?
That's funny.
But we do all kinds of stuff. Like I take the kids. Almost everything I do is family oriented. I don't like to go out and I don't like the club scene. I don't like the city life like that. I do like everything being convenient and close. But me and the kids, we go camping every single year. We go cliff jumping, tubing. We just do that kind of stuff every single year when summertime comes. That's our little getaway. So Montana has a lot of nice things for that as well. But it's a little scarier. Last time I went swimming there, me, him, my little brother, we went snorkeling in a little river, and there was a bass, bro, swimming up, trying to be in my business. I was scared. I was like, nah, bro, I got to get up out of here.
That's too big, huh?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
too
saying.
much.
All that you get touched by something, it's over, bro. You don't know what's in the water.
Yeah,
You don't
for
know
real.
what's in the water. I'm good.
that's
All
a
that
fact.
deep water shit,
Yeah.
dark water. Hey, let's go back to barber school, man. Let's talk about barber school.
Yeah.
What you think now, from where you're at now, to what we got in school? You know what I'm saying? Because you can see kind of like they kind of help you, but you know,
I think they help you with the basics.
Right.
I think they help us understand, and especially Evergreen, I think they try to make you get a sense of responsibility for yourself and, you know,
Structure.
structure. They want to hold you accountable, which is good, which a lot of barbers that go into barber school or cosmetologists
Yeah.
are young, and they don't have that structure, and a lot of them don't have the parents and the structure to show them to be able to be successful. So as corny as the nuts and bolts class and
Yeah, I was just
everything,
about to say, nuts and bolts is critical.
It was
everybody
critical.
remember it though.
It was corny,
What
but
is that class?
it stuck in your head. and
Everybody
it
remember it,
definitely-
though.
It's just like
was
basically
critical.
like business administration,
Oh,
like
okay,
an
okay,
intro
okay.
to business.
It teaches
administration.
you
Yeah.
like how to like you're supposed to conduct yourself in a way, kind of pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know, and even that, like bringing that up, thinking about it, that's one of the major problems I feel like with barbers is they take it as like a part time or a kind of side gig, and that's what the results they get. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. You know, what I mean, if you
That
actually
happens a
adhere
lot
to
of
what
times.
the class is about,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and manifest it. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like a lot of times, I don't know. You've been in the game just as long as I have, and you probably have people that became barbers.
Yeah.
After, you know, talking to you or whatever, you know, you're
Yeah,
not saying
yeah.
you're their main inspiration, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's hard to teach these people, you know, like I just be like, go to YouTube, you know what I mean? Like go to YouTube or Shadow, you know? Because
Yeah.
schools, it's just, they don't teach you much, right? You know,
But-
the schools
but
aren't
still,
as
Not
in-depth
all
as-
schools are created equal.
But there's
Yeah.
still that side of it that you're not going to get from going to YouTube, Instagram,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, like that business side, knowing what to do when it's slow, marketing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know,
I mean, but you, yeah.
I would say, like, Nick, I feel like he was real creative at, like, you know what I mean? Making
Yeah.
sure you
Yeah.
get clients. He's like, yo, it's slow. I'm about to go over here and do, you know, and talk, network.
Right. Yeah.
Talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
I
So-
talk to people until they ain't got no ears.
I know.
left.
I know. I already know it. I already know it. I
Yeah.
already know it.
Hey, talk
But-
about some of the ventures too, because you used to create everything, shirts and
Yeah, we did shirts
bands
for a
and
while. I still have
everything, man.
the materials at home to do the shirts. The shirt thing, I wanted to get into a different kind of shirts when I started doing it. I want to do the embroidery when I do it again. I think the embroidery lasts way longer. It's way better. Everything's better. The vinyl, depending on the type of vinyl you get, depending on if it needs to be cold press, hot press, there's so many different things with it that it doesn't last very long.
yeah.
And
Washing them and all that kind of thing.
yeah, so it only lasts so long. So after a while, I was like, they're cool. I mean, it gets our name out there, and everybody gets to wear it, and it's cool
Yeah.
to look at.
And you're using it to promote. You're just
Yeah.
pushing it on clients, pushing
Yep,
it on.
that as well. Because I mean, the brand, our logo, everything is filthy. You know what I'm saying? So people want to wear it, I think. And I think we should, next time I do, I want to make some quotes and then just put the little Chop It Up logo here so that people, you know what I'm saying, they could wear the shirt more regularly, and then it also has a Chop It Up. So it's not just a barbershop they're wearing as well.
Yeah.
That way people could see it.
Yeah. And that's crazy because it's always like a hustle. You know, you still getting clients at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Still trying to find new ways to market, right? And marketing nowadays, everyone just want to run the Instagram, you know. Everyone just run,
Yeah.
post, do a post, and, you know,
Yeah.
just sit there and wait.
Yeah, a lot of barbers sit there and wait, man. They got to realize, like, money doesn't always just come to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go out and you gotta work hard in order to get the clientele, and you gotta take
Hustle.
care of the clientele when they come in, and you gotta speak with them. And I mean, I'm not the best barber in the world. I mean, but I'm efficient. I speak to my clients. I'm respectful, and I'm dependable. I think dependable is one of the most major things in the barber game. Dependability, and then also listening to your client. A lot of barbers want to give the clients what they think looks best,
Right.
not what the client
I
wants.
hear that a lot.
You know,
Right.
So I think that's very important. Just like
Do you market yourself on social media?
I don't as much as I need to. I was just telling my wife the other day that I'm about to turn my regular social media into my barber page, because
Okay.
trying to get new people to come like a barber page, I feel like it's harder than just, I already got tons of people. I'm just about to flood them.
That's what I did as well. I just
So-
took all my personal stuff off of there, left
Yeah.
all the haircuts up.
And that's what I'm gonna do. Just because I already have a base, I already have all my friends, family, people
Right,
from the
right.
area that can see it that are already there. So that's the goal. This year, I'm working on making sure that I'm a lot more productive on that as well. So
Okay.
what's up with y'all though?
No,
Messy mess.
I don't do social media.
You don't do social media?
No.
I feel it.
It's a job almost, you know. Like,
is a
to be
job.
honest, like doing it for the podcast, and then like you said, I turn my personal page into my barber page pretty
Yeah.
much. And even that, like, I do it sometimes, but if you want to really, you got to be on it. You got to
Always.
really, and then, like, it's not just posting. You got to take the video of the cut that day,
Yeah.
edit
Edit
it
it.
up, you know what I'm saying, and then put the caption, all that, then post it, and then do it again tomorrow. And it's
And
like
then you
Make sure
gotta
your
be
lighting
careful.
right. Make sure
Right.
everything else.
Right.
You gotta be careful with the music.
transitions
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
all this
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then you can't, like you said, you can't
Music.
promote them
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
use wrong music. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's a job, man. It's really actually a lot of work. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. It is.
That's why
it's beneficial to a lot of people, though.
It
I see
is.
a lot of people very benefiting from
It's worth it.
So yeah, I think
It's definitely worth
for
it.
Sure.
I just like to speak it into existence. That works for me.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it.
I need to find like a way I could just record everything without having to stop and record it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
hire
I
someone.
thought about that, or making like a live broadcast and just have it
Yeah.
on your barber page where people could just tune in.
if you just made a
button.
Twitch or something like that and just streamed all day, every day, people would probably tune in, bro.
I think they would for sure.
At least 50 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
By the end of
right.
the year, at least someone's trying to watch that. You know?
Anything's better.
And Everett too? Oh yeah, they're watching. I don't know.
He said, "I know they might embarrass something to do on Linwood, but in Everett, they're watching.
They're watching for sure.
Isn't there already like an ever YouTube of like what goes on in the streets?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That one.
there is.
Oh, I was thinking about making one at one time,
Yeah.
man, because it's crazy. You guys see it all over this Washington State. It's sad. It's getting really bad out here. So,
Let's go back, man. So out of barber school, did you work at any other shops? How many shops have you been at?
yeah, I
since?
worked at, you remember, so when I was in barber school, I worked at Cutting Corners for a little while.
Okay.
With Fred and them that looked out, let me do that on Mondays.
Was that the what's the program called when you shadow or whatever it's called?
Apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship. Yeah,
I did.
that was that.
Yep, I did
Okay.
an apprenticeship there. And then after I got done with that, I went to CJ's for a short time.
Okay.
It was cool, but it just wasn't my scene. So I
Okay.
came over with y'all that I went to school with, and we've been in motion ever
Yeah.
since then.
So how long out of school do you think you said before, like you're at each shop? You know what I'm saying? Like
So
cutting corners.
I did Cutting Corners the whole time I was in school. I just didn't tell everybody, but I was there when I was in school every single Monday.
Okay.
And then Sundays, some days if I was able to make it.
And that was a plan. You were just gonna finish school,
Yep.
go there,
Yep.
work full time.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
You didn't like it.
not that I didn't like it. It was cool. The shop was cool. The vibe was cool. I knew all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't want to be somewhere where I knew everybody and I felt like I was in touch with my old life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not that they, right there personally,
Just the
do
clients.
anything, but just the clients and everybody in the area at the time. I needed to get away a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
so,
what's up.
Linwood, you know what I'm saying? It's a
Mm.
little bit. It's far enough out the way, but it's still in reach.
Right.
Linwood was cool. I miss Linwood, man. Sometimes I still be thinking about. I'm like, man, us playing pool, talking shit every single day.
Man,
Marcus cracking me up. He'd be like, I own half of your brain. Hey, we're playing pool. He says, yeah, you missed that shot. I'm controlling. I said, shut up.
Hey, it was
Chill
February.
out.
I'm all, it's Black History Month. You're not going to win all month. Hey, March 1st, he won his game. I was like, damn, it's over with. Hey, it was fun, man. It was a good time over there, man.
I was sliding through there too on Thursdays.
on
remember that?
Thursdays.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had a good team over there.
Yeah,
Man.
it was solid.
It was nice. It was nice.
And we was all young because I remember Brandon came up.
Yep.
So Brandon, we were there when Brandon was there.
I took Brandon's spot.
Oh, you took Brandon's
But
spot.
Brandon would still come like once a week sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we was all
For a
young, man.
short
That was
time.
we grew up together over there pretty much. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
yeah, for
That's
sure.
tight. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of grow with your barbers that you come in with. You
That's
know
what I
mean?
was cracking up. That was what kind of tripped me out when we went to the meeting last month. Was that last month, right?
No, that was in September.
Go. Is this
No, October.
October.
Okay.
Okay.
So when we left that day, we're sitting there. and we're
October
leaving.
30th, huh?
Yeah, it was like it was Halloween. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, and we're heading out, and all of a sudden I look over and I see Marcus and Brandon leaving with me, and I'm like, this is crazy. I just thought to myself, like, oh yeah, these fools got kids now too. They got to go home. I was like, I'm not the only one walking out today.
Hey, we hit him with the Irish goodbye. Just
Yeah,
all right.
he was like, all right, y'all getting the kids?
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it be like that. That's crazy too. Cause coming from school, man, everybody was wild. Everybody was kind of, and that was the thing. Like getting barber money back then to me, cause I didn't come from the hustling. That was a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Barbering money at 22, 23.
3, 4, 500 a day.
Right. That's a lot of money. So it's like
a
coming
lot.
from you wilding at that age. Yeah.
From
You know what I'm saying?
anybody, that's a lot of money, in my opinion. Unless you were, born with a silver spoon.
Right. I think that's a big thing too, is learning that responsibility. If you were barber young, is to learning how to deal with that much money.
Yeah.
And responsibly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then do
And-
something with it
And
early, you know
you're
what I'm saying?
You're not getting a check. You got to pay your own
Right.
taxes. You got to make sure to go ahead of time. Make sure you have all of your stuff set up. You got to make sure to renew your licenses. You got to handle your business.
There's a lot of shit that comes with it
Yeah, especially
that don't get talked about, right? You know what I
especially
mean?
with booth rent and owning. You know what I'm saying? You're being a barber, independent contractor.
Yeah.
You got to handle your business. You can be drowning before you know it. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a
So
fact.
any young barber, I would tell them, make sure to stay in the shop, right, as much as possible. Make sure to be dependable for your clients, and hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
But you also gotta respect your job if you
Yeah.
want others to respect you.
That's
do.
a fact.
And
That's
and
truth.
and I feel like a lot of barbers don't understand it. Like, yeah, okay, you can leave. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can take as much time off as you want.
Yeah.
But how do you expect for your friends to respect you when
Yeah.
when you don't respect what you're doing?
Well, the biggest thing that I get that be funny to me is barbers, the ones that be complaining most times, the ones that be like, man, it's been slow. It's been,
Yeah.
they don't be in the shop.
At
right,
all.
right.
Where you at,
That's
bro?
a
When
fact.
someone
Where
walks
you
in,
at?
yeah, you ain't
Yeah.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. What do you want me to go find you? Hey, there's a nah. Bro.
I'm not the secretary.
I got you.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. Come.
And that's how it be. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, it's just a comfortability, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I know they're going to hit me.
Yep.
I know you're going to hit me when someone come through because you book. So I know walking
Yeah.
come through, you need me. Just hit me. I'll be in the car. Or I'll
Yeah.
be X, Y, you know. And I think that comfortability, man, like, it's like overextending yourself a little bit. Say you open up 7 days a week, 10 to 7, right? But you ain't booked. So then you're like, I got free time. So then you start leaving because you bored. Then you leaving a lot because you always kind of got some free time, right?
Yeah.
Now you never there.
Yeah.
It's almost anti-productive because you open 10 to 7, but you ain't never in the shop because you bored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird how that works out too. Because I had a guy the other day come inside and he's like, man, I've seen you every single time I've came in here. And the crazy part is, it was during the week when I was running around and doing a lot and moving. And I was just looking at him and I was like, in my head, he was a dude from Linwood.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see him ever in the Everett shop the whole entire time he's ever came.
Dang.
And I have good shop awareness, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to everybody's clients and everything. So I'm wondering, like, this dude must have, he said he knew me from Linwood, but this
Yeah.
must have been his first time over here. But I was like, how do you know I'm always here?
Yeah.
I don't know if he checked online or what, but he's like, you're always in here when I come here.
Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy.
And people notice that, like, them things you don't really pick up on, like, people will tell you, like, yeah, you always, or like I said, I do the early, so I got a couple people that always come early, and they're like, man, you always in here by yourself. Like, man, we ain't even open yet. But
I
they
gotta-
notice them things, right?
Even them 9 o'clock people still, some of them people don't ever see anybody else in the shop ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I have some guys that come in, would be like, hey, where you been at? He's like, bro, I've been here. You know what I'm saying? But he comes before everybody else gets
Exactly.
there, so nobody gets to see him. So
Yeah.
some people like that. They don't like to be in there with nobody in the shop. Then before hours and after hours
Yeah.
are crucial for them people.
Yeah.
They like that.
Now, what do you think about charging for that? Because I know a
I
lot of
think-
people, that's the kind of like the thing now. after hours cuts and
I honestly think if you're doing after hours cuts, anything after 7, you can and you should be able to charge more. I'm not saying necessarily you want to,
yeah,
but I think that
it's justified.
It's justified. If
But
you're
it's
taking
not-
your extra time out of the day to stay after when you're supposed to be eating dinner and everything else, and
Right.
to stay after so they have more time for you, but it is your business. So
What about early?
Early's a little
Say-
different. Early's a little different in my opinion, just because I mean it could go that way as well, but staying late, I mean you could be missing some stuff. Early,
Yeah.
you're just waking up a little early.
Earlier, yeah.
So you
you
take
saying-
time away from your family, dinner, everything else.
I mean, but that's still time away from your family early too. What if you
It is.
what if you know what I'm saying? I look at it like outside of business hours.
Yeah. I mean,
Outside of 10 to 7, if it's earlier or later, I think that
I
it's
think
kind of justified.
I think it's justified, and I think people should respect it because it's not like you're only working before and after. If you started working only before and after, I'd be like, bruh, nah.
I stop at 10 and
Yeah,
start at
you know what
7
I'm saying?
again.
Start
Yeah.
at 7 again.
To-
I could see somebody trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
To be honest, when we had the early bird special, the reason I started at 9 or earlier is so I can beat the early bird special. So
Yeah.
people, because it was between 10 and 1.
yeah.
So I got regular price before.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good. There ain't nothing wrong with
Smart.
that. Hey,
Smart.
But you still left at least 6 appointments, maybe from S 12. You left 6 appointments available for them
Yeah.
people to get a deal. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Multiple days a week. So the
Exactly.
people that need it, if they really need it, then they'll do it accordingly and they'll do it ahead of time.
Right.
So
I mean, grocery stores do it to us all the time. So why not?
everybody does it to us.
Yeah.
Seems like everywhere we go, they want some money.
Exactly. So yeah. Well, now that you're at the shop, what have you what were your expectations before
Before coming,
coming and now that you've been there?
so my expectations before coming over, I heard a lot of good things, but I only met Merv one time or knew of Chop It Up one time from them coming through the barber school and all that. So I always like to go against the grain. I don't know why, but everybody in school was going there, so I kind of did my own thing, went my own way. But I seen it; it was helping everybody. Everybody was growing. Everybody was more active on social media. It was a younger crowd. That was one of the things that drew me. It was a younger crowd at the time, and it was a lot of guys I went to school with. So coming together and being able to grow with them, it suited me well. And then now, as far as growth, I mean, growth. That's all I see in the future. Growth. That's what I want. Tighten everything up and continue to grow. And I want to be a part of it, and I want to be one to start launching shops and be able to do that. So I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row so I can help accomplish them goals. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was gonna be like the next question too. Like, what are some of your goals? That was,
Yeah.
You literally segued right into
Man,
it.
my biggest goals in life are just to make sure that I live happy, make sure that my family's healthy, which is only so much you can control with that,
Yep.
and then make sure that I leave them in a better position than I was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When I leave this planet, I want them to be able to have more than I was left with. I want them to be able to have the knowledge and all the stuff that I've obtained and learn from my mistakes. That's the most important because I've had a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think where I see you now, from when I seen you, I think there's a lot of growth that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're
Appreciate
definitely gonna leave them
Appreciate
better
it.
than
Yeah,
you know what I
appreciate
mean?
it. Same with you. Appreciate it, man.
Let's talk about, let's say, because what would you say? You got 11 years, 12 years now? How many
12.
years? 12?
Yep.
Let's compare your first half to your second half of your career. You know what I'm saying? That first half, kind of Linwood. I think you were in Linwood for about 6 years,
Yeah, about 5 or 6.
5.
Yeah, around there. Yep.
and then so your first half building, coming out of school, kind of Nick Wilding, and then your last half, family man,
Yeah.
building for something greater than you.
It's night and day, man. It's totally different person, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still am the same happy guy that I was before. But
Yeah,
So when I first went in, I was like, man, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna cut, and I just plan on doing my own, having one barber shop. But now, with my children, I want them. Eventually, I'm planning on putting him in barber school. By the time he's 15, if he wants to do it, he's been talking about it, and same with his brother. So I want them, even if they want to do something else in life, I want them to be able to have that kind of like Jay did when he was young, so that then they have that to fall on.
it's in the
wanna
back
go-
pocket.
Like a trade.
You want to go to college?
Yeah.
You can cut your college mates' hairs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's very important. And all my kids right now are homeschooled.
Oh,
So every single one of them.
How'd you do that, bro?
that's a lot
dope.
of work.
Yeah, my wife stays home and she's
Okay.
she teaches them. I got to give her the props because she goes through and she works really hard to make sure they're all homeschooled. But we try to keep them away from all. I mean, you guys know Everett, man. It's a bunch of dumb, grimy shit going on. So we're trying to keep them out the mix. And my goal eventually is to own land. I want to be able to have a piece of property, build a barn on it, or a big metal shop. You know what I'm saying? I got a little RV I could pull in there and then get to the next. I want to have a couple pieces of land.
No.
So I could just pull my RV in, have my house or my it's like a compound, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a just an area.
Fucking fantasy factory.
That's my goal.
That's fire.
Have quads, have stuff for them to be able just to go. So that's my end goal is to be able to set them up in a position like that where, you know what I'm saying, could succeed. I feel like they could succeed out here in Everett, but so much going on. You know what I'm saying?
Negative stuff going on.
Negative
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I want them to
yeah.
have a little slower pace of life
Yeah.
than I had growing up. It ain't even violence or nothing crazy. It's just the drugs.
Yeah.
The drug scenes.
Yeah.
That's horrible there.
Real bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's just, I call it free entertainment.
Yeah, it is. I've seen some of the craziest stuff.
You know, a little somber, but it's just sad because it's like the negligence, right? That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
It's like it turned into like, let's arrest them, and now we know that doesn't do anything for their sobriety. They get out, and then they go right back to it, and so now it's just like,
They don't
just
even
let them
rest.
do whatever. Yeah, just let them do whatever,
I
wherever too.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is that every position that you're in, everything that you do is all based off of a choice.
Right.
It's either a choice made by you or a choice made by your parents if you're too young to be able to do it. Everything is based off of a choice, you know what I'm saying? So as bad as I feel for them people, I know that they put themselves in that position, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's sad.
It's a choice that turns into a disease.
It does.
You know,
For sure.
but I guess that's the hard part to understand, right? Because we can think about like, I could never. I have too much. Like, who knows what what their goals and aspirations was.
Yeah.
But so there's no room for judgment, right?
No, there's no room for judgment.
But at the same time, it's funny how everything is trickling down from Seattle north.
Yeah.
You know, and if you just drive Highway 99, you can just see it all.
Yeah.
And it has certain pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that's such a choice is because look at we're in one of the most flourishing environments there is
Right.
in the United States, and the people are choosing to
Yeah.
live on the side of the road, use the restroom, choosing.
I know.
I know it's a disease, but in my opinion, everything is based off of a
choice.
conscious choice.
Yeah.
You weren't high when you heard that for the first time.
Right.
You made a thought like I'm gonna
I'm
go
sorry.
do this.
I don't even know how to just, like, how does the first day go when you, like, lay down on the street? Like,
probably
I
That's,
hard.
I mean, I said the
Gotta be
same.
hard.
I go outside to my car and I'm like, damn, it's cold, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how these dudes staying out here.
I got a client. He comes in and he sleeps in his car at the. I'm not gonna say where, but around the shop.
Yeah.
You know, and he sleeps in his car and he works 3 jobs. He got money, you know, but he just chooses to do that.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
he's hustling.
yeah,
But
it's
that's a
stacked.
choice.
It's a stack, right?
That's a
You
choice,
still-
and he knows what he's doing. He's
Right.
trying to get himself in a position where he can be ahead, where he
Exactly.
doesn't have to struggle. I'm sure if whatever position he's in with his 3 jobs, it would take a lot more of his revenue away from him every single month.
It
just
was
to
a
maintain.
divorce and all that kind of thing. So he's just trying. It's restart. He's on a restart.
Yeah.
You know, but like
We've all done that. Everybody's done a restart. I feel like at some point, even if it's not a divorce or a relationship,
Yeah.
we've all been like, man, it's time to freshen
Right.
up, to restart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But even that mentality, like, just to say that, I was saying, I know people that have money that choose to live like that. You know what I'm saying? That I know someone
Yeah.
that's homeless down in Seattle that got $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know a person that is homeless as well, and he tells me, and he has money as well, and he told me this is like a full-time camping trip, bud. I said, what? A full-time.
This never got to end.
Yeah, it never got to end. I'm like, I mean, if that's what you enjoy to do, that's
Right.
one thing. You know what I'm saying? You just
I'm gonna take this second right here to just tell the listeners at home to make sure you hit that subscribe and keep that bell on for the notifications for every time an episode drops.
Well, how did you build your clientele?
networking, speaking to people, being dependable, being there, being inside the shop, making sure to take care of people when nobody else is around to take care of them, treating people with respect, every single day, just trying to do the best that I can. Like I said, I'm not a perfect barber, but I definitely try my best to do the best I can.
Right.
I guess we could do talk about the family a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about the family. Let's go into kind of how you balance your life with working 7 days a week, homeschool, and that life.
Yeah, it's a lot. My wife does most of the homeschooling, so she takes care of that. She does a great job at that. She works with the kids every day while I'm at work. I come home and check on them, or come home and check in, do whatever. And they're sitting there. Everybody's going in, doing their homeschool work. Everybody has their own laptop that they work on, all the kids. And then they also have notebooks that we ordered a criteria for them and everything. Everything's going well.
How long have you guys been homeschooling them?
Since COVID, so about 3 years now.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's been
So it's newer.
It's been a while. It's been a little while, about 3 years now, but they enjoy it.
How's
One
the
of them
social aspects of it?
They stay in sports.
Okay,
I keep them
good.
in sports. That's the biggest thing. So they stay in. Nicholas right here, he plays tackle football for Ice Sports Academy. Well, he played for Mariner, then Ice Sports Academy last year. And then they're playing basketball right now. He had his first game yesterday.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Made a shot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, balance, especially with family, it's hard. When you got 4 kids, it's always dad,
Right.
everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying? But it's very important. I feel like balance in anything in life is important, no matter what it is. But for me to wake up and start my day in the shop, that levels me out and balances me out, I feel like, for the day.
Because you don't hear dad?
I mean, it might partly be it, and because I got something productive done to start my day,
Right,
you know
of
what I'm
course.
saying?
You're working.
Yeah, I want something productive done every single day at least, one thing or another. So if I'm not working, I'm still working, whatever I'm doing.
So let's go back right quick. So we went from those shops that you was working at, cutting corners and all of them. You went to Linwood. How long did you stay in Linwood? Do you know?
5 or 6 years, I want to say, about 5 or 6
man.
years.
So you have quite the resume at this point. And then you went from Linwood to Everett.
Yep.
Right? And then just talk about that, man. Let's how was that transition for you? Clientele, like,
What made you want to move?
yeah.
So what happened at the time is we were opening Wenatchee, and Mikal was going to Wenatchee, and so I told Mikal I'd slide over there to help out. So then we had somebody in Everett as well that was dependable that could be there as well, since he was leaving. So I went over there to there. He went over to Wenatchee, and pretty much started over. I mean, I had a couple people that followed me, but not as many. But it was one of the best things that happened to me, honestly, because my clientele grew tremendously after I was there. I put in more work. I was in the area. I was promoting in the area. When I worked in Linwood, I would drive around, or if I lived in Everett and I worked in Linwood, I'd drive out there to the grocery store. So when I'm grocery shopping, I could hand out cards to everybody, and just kept on pushing the issue until slowly started building clientele. And it just keeps growing. You know what I'm saying?
King of Everett.
Nah, no. You know what I'm saying? I like Everett. Don't get me wrong.
That's the stomping ground. So you pretty much went back home.
That's home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It ain't somewhere where I want to live for the rest of my life, but it's home.
So promoting, you really ain't had to do much. You already had friends, all them people you knew, or you had to go out and rebuild like him.
I rebuilt.
Yeah.
I rebuilt. I got some friends that come through. I do have a few friends and family, but you can't. I mean, me
Can't rely
personally,
on
you
no
can't
one.
rely on no one. You know what I'm saying? Especially friends and family and everybody else. To rely on them to come bring you money, I try to rely on myself to go out there and promote. And
Yeah.
the people who, I feel like, regardless, your friends respect it, and the friends that keep coming to you, they respect it and they pay you well. But in the beginning, you got a lot of friends that come through.
Let me
like,
get the
"Hey,
hookup."
I got $9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which
Dang.
I don't mind helping some of them out to begin with, but now at this time in our barber career, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather give you a free cut if you're hurting like that than
Yeah.
Yeah.
to do it like that. You know what I'm
I'd
saying?
rather not. I just don't want to.
You tell them no. Don't pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't even come over here.
I have a rule. if you come to the shop, you paying full price.
Yeah.
If I do your hair at home, I'll work for food. You know,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to mix those two.
No, that's totally understandable for
Yeah.
sure, and I agree. And most people don't. And the ones that do, you know, you might do it one time, and then
That's
it seems
it.
like, that's it, because
Yeah.
them are the same ones that come back.
Yeah.
Right.
Want the most.
Yep,
Want
exactly.
the crispiest cut.
And
you can
ask
give
for
'em.
all the extra, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Extra crispy. It's my birthday today.
Yeah.
Right.
I got
later.
$4.
You know, good looking.
Right.
How do you promote now? Do you still promote?
I haven't promoted as much lately, but most of the time I'm promoting now is throughout the sports. When I'm coaching sports, I try to tell the kids. Most of my clientele I try to direct towards is kids and kids as parents and stuff like that. Where I'm coaching, it's a great networking ability.
You can see who got a cut and who don't. You can see it.
Yeah, I can tell the kids that you
I
better
know who
come
to
in.
talk to.
It'd be funny because sometimes the kids come out there with crazy haircuts, and I'd be like, "Bro, where did you get your haircut, my guy? Tell your mom to bring you to me."
Yeah, you ain't worried about the game right now. Hold on, let's talk about it. For real.
You'd have made that shot if you had a crispy line
I do be looking at people's haircut when I'm out. I'm looking
all day.
and I'm judging.
How do you not look is the question.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a part of it. Like when I used to be a roofer, when I helped my dad out a while, I'd drive down the street and be like, "Look at that roof," or I roof that house.
Yeah.
It's something you can't turn off.
Yeah, you can't.
You know?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So what you're looking for.
How has your transition been from a barber to an owner?
And barber to an owner, the transition has been good. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to have some more responsibility.
You enjoy that?
I enjoy the responsibility.
Interesting.
Not, I wouldn't say just the responsibility and all the extra work, but being able to lead by example, come in there and show people the right way to do it and hold themselves accountable, I think is important. And I think that it speaks for itself.
It makes
know
you
what I'm
want
saying?
to do better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It's a lovely situation. I feel like in a weird way, I don't want to sound kind of a little cocky, but we kind of created that working remote in a sense. You're working here
remote?
because you're working here, but your business is getting taken care of somewhere else, right? By another owner. So that like it's dope. Like you're displaying what you want the other people to display at your shop, essentially, right?
Exactly.
And that's what you mean by lead by example, right?
Yeah, because nobody takes care of stuff like they do their own.
Exactly.
In my opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we were to keep growing and Merv didn't give us the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, or we didn't have this opportunity, then it would get sloppy.
Yeah.
I feel like. And because of all of us, and we have a tight-knitted core that it keeps accountability throughout all of us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which I think is dope. That's major. When I first became a barber, I wanted to open my own shop.
Right.
I want to do my own thing. Like any other barber, when they first start, they're like, "Man, I'm going to open my own
Nick's.
shop. I'm going to do my..." Not Nick. Maybe Northwest Barber or something, you know what I'm saying? Just something simple, because my dad's Northwest Roofing. But as I grew, I realized how important a team is. You know what I'm saying? We all hold each other accountable. If I didn't have a team that held me accountable, I'd probably be running off everywhere. I'd be doing circles in the parking lot or doing something. But I think it's beneficial.
Very.
In multiple ways, not only financially, but the accountability, I think, definitely helps me.
It's also like a tag. You're it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Trade out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wrestling reference.
Yep.
She WWE. She knows.
All day.
WWE. John Cena.
Nah, man. Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon.
Throwback.
I seen wrestling pop on TV for the first time the other day in a long time, and a bunch of midgets ran out. I was like, I ain't ever.
Can't say that.
Oh, my bad.
That's a derogatory term now. Not now.
Little
Sorry,
people.
I'm
Little
not
people
trying to get
came
canceled.
out
People.
But I was
You gotta
like,
call 'em little
shit.
people? That's
I
politically
didn't even
correct.
know a WWE or whatever it is
Yeah.
switched up like that. It was crazy.
Well, I think WCW is getting bigger than
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah.
And a lot of.
He said the bitches around.
Yo,
It was
you about to
crazy.
get canceled over here, bro.
I
Chill.
tell you what, though, as much as I love WWE, I will never go to another match ever again.
Yeah, you went to one?
What?
Yeah, when they came to Everett,
How was it?
it was too long. It was
Comcast?
4
Comcast
hours.
Arena?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 4 hours, and
4 hours.
while they're on, like the first 3 hours is a whole bunch of nobodies that you don't know.
Yeah.
And then the last hour is what they show on TV. It was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And the whole time, whenever commercials are happening, the lights are off, dark, but you can see the wrestlers in the ring, and then they're communicating with each other.
Yeah.
They're talking to each other. So it's like, okay. I knew it was acting, but like now you solidified it.
So you kind of didn't know you wanted to see it. You thought it might be real a little bit.
Not even that. It's just it was honestly it was just boring. It was boring.
And then when you seen it in real person, it was like, oh, this is really fake.
Yeah, but then I got excited because I heard the bell. And then who was it?
Buffer?
No, The Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Oh,
Doom.
And it was his last, I think one of his last ones because he retired after that.
That's what's up. I bet that was
That's
fun. I used to
crazy.
love wrestling when I was a kid. And my dad, one day, I was sitting there watching it. He came in the room. He said, "This is the fakest thing ever." I said, "What? What you talking about?" He said, "Watch, he's about to stomp." I seen it, man. I remember we had the little wood grain cable box still with the little red numbers. You know,
Yeah.
bro. I was so hurt. I never watched wrestling again until I seen that episode.
Yeah.
Like guys jumping that guy.
And the names are just getting worse and worse, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not fun anymore to
It
watch.
was like that in the early 2000s. Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie.
Bro, like
Rest in
what kind of name is that? Oh, he passed?
Yeah.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
Sorry about that. Man, didn't mean to throw shade to the name, bro. That's greasy.
The Rock.
No, he's the GOAT, bro.
He's
Stone Cold,
Rock
he
is
is-
Steve
the GOAT.
Austin.
And Stone Cold's the GOAT.
I think
Man.
that The Rock with his new football league he's coming out with is actually going to blow up, and it's
Yeah,
going to be huge.
Doesn't Seattle have a team?
Yep, Seattle
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to push it beyond where they have ever had it before. They had him come into the business circle.
Right before COVID. And then they were supposed to have a game, and then COVID ended it all.
Yeah.
They couldn't even have the first game.
I don't even know what this league is.
Yeah,
What
I
is-
mean,
what league is
this is
it?
XFL.
like- yeah,
XFL?
yeah.
It's the Extreme
XFL.
Football League. They had one season right before COVID, like she
Yeah.
said, and then they were supposed to return with it. They took a year off. The Rock came in with his business group. They bought out the league, and now they're invested into it. And there's all kinds of ex-NFL players and everybody going there to play now.
Vince McMahon used to be the owner, right, in the beginning?
Yeah,
I
he's
believe
out.
so.
Yeah.
He's
Wasn't
out.
that the wrestling?
Yeah, he's the
owner
president.
of
Fake as shit again. We just bring
Same
that
guys got their money in everything.
But
They gonna be fighting
he
out
got
there?
ousted out.
Ousted?
His daughter and Triple H are running now. The
Filthy.
WWE.
Filthy.
Yep, because I think he got caught up with a Me Too or something else. Yeah, he got ousted out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember all that SmackDown, all that. That joint was fire.
Thursday
It had an era.
SmackDown.
It was a time.
Well,
You
when
had
we
to
were
be there.
kids, yeah.
Yeah, you had to be there.
The
It was-
game too?
It was dope. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yo, off topic. What do you think about? First of all, who's better than Boosie, man?
Man, there ain't much better than Boosie. I
Boosie's
ain't gonna
the
lie.
best, huh?
Boosie be going, bruh.
Boosie's the best.
I
rapper.
mess with some other people as well. I mean, I mess with Nipsey and some other artists as well a lot. But Boosie, I grew up on Boosie since
Boosie,
a young man in high school.
Double
you know
Z.
What I'm saying? And back then, I could relate to it a lot more. Now I put it on, I'm like, man, this guy is kind of wilding, you know,
Yeah.
saying on some shit. But back then, it was real relatable with the lifestyle that I was living and everything. But I still mess with Boosie. I like his old stuff more than his new stuff.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
His old stuff was killing the new stuff.
Yeah, he's killing it in the game on the signing artists and all that too. You used to
Yeah, I mean, he be doing his thing. He does proms. He does movies. He's doing all kinds of shit, man. He's
Festivals.
a businessman as well.
so you keeping
Yeah.
up with him. Okay, that's good.
Well,
man.
he's struggling now with his diabetes.
I just
I
never
did see
seen-
that this last week. He
Yeah.
said something like "pray for me" or something like that.
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
I just never seen nobody, you know, yo, you like Boosie Badass, my guy. I'm like, dang,
Pulling up
Yeah,
to the
yo,
shop
not
9:30 in
very
the morning,
all day,
whamming.
bro.
Yeah, set it off and
early.
Like, bro, this is not barbershop music, bro. Like, yes, it is. I'm like, all right, you got it, bro.
Yeah, I've been chilling out on that. I know we can't set it off up in the barbershop every morning, man.
10 in the morning,
Going
early.
hard, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I let Wood put some jazz on to start the day now.
Exactly. Okay, so Nick's matured for sure. What do you think about this? This another current event, kind of this Gunner thing. This, you know, did he? What's your outtake?
So
on it?
my very first opinion on the whole entire situation was, we don't know behind the scenes at first if Doug asked him to do it. I heard Doug came out and said he didn't tell no one.
Allegedly, yeah. So
Allegedly.
yeah, because I would, you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine him doing that.
So
Didn't he have a song where he was rapping about wife and Lucci, saying that he shot his?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
did he confess, or was he just imagining it?
Well, the thing is, the law is you cannot use rap lyrics to incriminate somebody.
Isn't
So
that only certain states?
It doesn't matter
Or
what
is
state.
it's a federal thing?
I think that's just natural.
No, I think it was to certain states.
I think it's state by state, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Because they're announcing like certain states can't use it like more and more now.
So as far as Gunna, what did he say? Just it wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it.
Allegedly, he was when he got pulled over with Young Thug. I guess the police was trying to put the guns and drugs on him, and he said, "It's not mine."
I mean,
is that snitching?
Is it whose car was it?
Young Thug. He was a passenger.
I mean, shit. I mean, everybody gonna say it's not theirs. Straight up. I mean, if you get pulled over, you're gonna say it's not yours unless you're just gonna take responsibility from the beginning. But
and I guess the plea agreement, what he had said was, he confirmed that YSL was a street gang, and that he witnessed them committing illegal activities.
He's telling. You can't do that. You could say that I had no part in it and I was it had nothing to do with me or whatever else. But besides that, you don't need to say. I mean, there's nothing else for you to speak on. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, I was raised a little different, but
excuse me, but if you've seen these years coming down your way,
I mean,
and you had nothing to do with nothing, I guess I'm singing like a canary. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing around me.
She in there like Whitney. I got a lot to say. She's singing, huh?
She hitting the vocals.
Yo.
I'm just saying, don't. First of all, I wouldn't be caught being around someone that does things like that.
Yeah.
1, 2. If I tell you don't commit any crimes around me, I forewarned you.
Yeah, but you're a regular civilian. These guys are rappers. You know what I'm saying? These guys.
I mean, but also, where's the line? Where do you draw the line from entertainment to real life?
Personally, in my opinion, if he would have said, I had nothing to do with it, nothing is mine, that ain't telling.
Right.
But once you say, I've witnessed you YSL and I do agree they're a gang and this, that is your opinion once again. So why are you even putting your opinion? I don't even think
that that was the plea agreement.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said anything. He should have been like, I have nothing to do with anything. I plead the fifth, period.
But, and also though, like, you reap benefits being an entertainer.
Yeah.
Being affiliated. Not necessarily in or actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
You're still reaping the benefits at the end of the day. It's I hate to say his name, but Snitch 9, right? So he reaped the benefits of being with them. And so then saying that, I'm not even gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you reap the benefits. So like sitting there, you telling on these people later because of whatever, bro, you reap protection or, financial gain or notoriety or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and be like, I ain't do nothing. It was all them.
Listen, do you guys have siblings? You have siblings. You all have siblings, right?
Several. Too many to count.
Have you ever gotten blamed for what your sibling has done and you had nothing to do with nothing?
Yeah.
See, he agrees. Why? Why am I going to get blamed for something I didn't do?
I'm saying, so you go and just tell?
Yes.
Oh, but
if you were riding with your sibling and your
come on, Mikael. They caught us. Come out the bush, man. Come on. They got us. They got us. Come on, Mikael Miller over here. He live on. Come on. We shouldn't have been doing this anyway.
Oh my God.
It wasn't me. It was him. I just was here for the ride.
Oh my God.
If I didn't do it, let me at least be wrong. If I didn't do it, I didn't do it.
He should have left the situation
exactly
originally if he didn't want to be a part of it.
Exactly. He should have never affiliated himself with it.
Yep. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Sounds like Thug is about to be good.
Yeah, didn't they? Like a whole bunch of people have.
Yeah, I'm crying. Bro.
Yeah, man.
Well, don't commit the crime if you can't do the
Rappers a hard life to live these days, man. A lot of them are getting killed. A lot of them.
Rest in peace.
It's sad, man. I mean, a lot of people they're living a lifestyle that they haven't lived before. I personally, pretending to portray a lifestyle, which is that's the industry that they're in. They're in the entertainment industry, but a lot of them don't realize some of them people that are coming in there that have grown, like Kodak Black. I feel like he's with the shit. I don't feel like you should put any of them guys in the room with him, or he might get on their head. You know what I'm saying?
Also, don't be stupid and rap about something that you have done or you're doing.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean, be smart.
Yeah, they got YN Melly on.
Yeah, Life. He's done, right? TK, same thing.
Well, I thought Melly was getting out.
No.
I
I
heard.
think
I
so.
thought he was getting out.
I know he got more than murder on his mind right now. He up in there like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I mean, it's their lives, not mine.
We do a little segment on here, this and that.
Yeah.
She gonna take it off.
This or that, Nicholas. Choose one. Fishing or hunting?
Fishing
Off top.
all day, off
Yeah.
top.
Why particularly?
I haven't done all that much hunting yet. I've done small game hunting a lot, but I fish like crazy. I mean, you see, I got the salmon there. I'm waiting until I get more time. When I get a little older and I have more time on my hands, I'm gonna try to fish every morning, or every morning that I can. You know what I'm saying?
Like
fishing,
DC, all that.
How long? Yeah, you need a license
Big
for that
stuff.
one.
Big stuff or
salmon.
For anything, right?
Salmon, bass, trout, walleye,
That's
whatever.
big
I can
stuff,
catch.
right? Yeah.
How long does it take you on an average to fish comfortably?
I would say I wouldn't go fishing unless you have 3+ hours
3. Okay.
at least, because it depends on if you're going with a boat or if you're renting a boat or if you're going to the shore or if you're going to a lake or if you're going to the ocean or if you're trolling or if you're casting off the, But me personally, I like to go out, go into the bay, set up, get our mind right, sit there and troll and just tow shit behind us on the boat, and the fish will attack you and the pole will bounce and you got fish on. And besides that, you just sit there and just coast along, enjoy your morning, watch the sunrise.
Oh, early then, like.
Early, sun coming up when you're out there.
Okay.
I remember I came and pick up Rome at your house to go
Yeah.
fishing before. It was still dark. It was 4 a.m.
Thanks. Enhancements or natural?
Natural.
Good.
Enhancements are nice, don't get me wrong, but ain't nobody want a dirty pillow. Hey, you gonna wake up like your girl. Your girl gonna wake up, roll over. There's khaki on one pillow. The other pillow's got all your enhancements on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice if you got like an event or you're going out or you're a comedian or a rapper doing something that day. It's cool, but it ain't. It don't.
Not every time.
It don't last. I don't think like that. In my opinion,
Yeah.
it doesn't look as good.
And that's even like
first day.
Beijing and all that. You just all that, kill all that.
Nah, Beijing's nice. I mean, Beijing's a lot more simpler. Beijing doesn't come off as easy and it lasts a little longer. I don't mind doing Beijing. My first experience of Beijing kind of hurt me though. I don't do them too much anymore. I bought my first pair of retros, bro, in Linwood. I had some military 4s and I was sitting there and I don't even be buying shoes like that, and went to go put the Beijing on and it was spraying off of the brush a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I looked down. I got dots everywhere. I'm like, oh man, killed them.
Jeez.
I had the polka dot edition after that.
Phone call or text?
It depends on how. I mean, if it's just something simple and we're just communicating real simply, I'd like a text. But if it's somebody I care about or I haven't talked to in a while, I like to talk on the phone.
Phone call all day.
Yeah.
That's a lot because you like to go in.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I'm on the phone, usually people tell me they got to go. The only person,
All right, nigga, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later,
the
nigga. All
only
right.
person that I've been on the phone with that I'm gonna say is the phone king, bruh, is Damien. I'd be like, Damien, I gotta go. Damien be like, bro, hold on. Shit, man. Damien is the king, bruh. He is the phone king.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's clouded.
DC or Marvel?
I'm not a big fan of either, to be honest with you.
Not even with the kids. You didn't watch Black Panther,
Nah.
the new one? No.
I haven't watched either of them yet, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I should have, but I haven't watched either yet. I'm not huge into superhero movies. I don't know. They love him. He watches Flash every single day.
Okay.
That's his show.
Okay.
But I just, I
Okay.
don't know. I don't, it's hard for me
Marvel
to idle
has
and
a
watch
better-
shows too.
Okay. Makes
Marvel
sense.
has a better budget.
Yeah.
Cash out or make payments?
Cash out all day.
All day.
Depends how much.
I mean, yeah, it depends on what it is, but if I can cash it out, I'm cashing it
Listen,
out.
for your credit, payments, okay?
That's what I was gonna say. There's some
Yeah.
benefits to getting the payments because you can get, obviously
Yeah.
to get better stuff.
Yeah.
But if you got the cash, you don't need credit.
Of course. Oh, of course.
If you want to buy a house, you need a credit.
Not if you got $300,000, $400,000
Okay.
cash to go cash
Clearly
out.
you have
But
it.
yeah, not right now. I mean, yeah, it does make sense. That's in my near future, hopefully. But it does make sense to use credit for a lot of bigger purchases. But if I'm able to cash out, I would way rather cash out.
Okay.
I just always put that in there because I was like, yo, man, I always see you, Nick, with these dope whips and always got rims, like the Lex and all that with the rims on it. I was like driving the Wenatchee. I was like, man, that dude
Blew a tire.
I just know he's trying
Merv
to
was
cash out.
hot.
Yeah, I know.
I said, man, we're late to this appointment, man. Y'all got it late. I knew we should have took my truck. But luckily we were right there, bro. We got it fixed in the quickness.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Or the Integra, remember the Integra?
Yeah, the
Slammed
Integra. That shit was fun until I got DUI, and then I could let it go too.
He almost killed us, man. We was going to Sally's that one day.
Yeah.
You drifted into this. Me and Damien, we scraping on the ground. Hey, he had a slammed Integra. And we went to Sally's. We're already scraping. Nick on the phone trying to play music, probably some Boosie shit or whatever. we going into the other lane, semi trucks and shit. I'm in the back. He got the roll bar in the back. You know what I mean?
Everybody got a story like that.
Man.
Kevin got one to go into Wenatchee too.
A 4-door or 2-door Integra?
I think
It
that
was a 4-door.
Was it?
Yeah, that one was a 4-door.
It was a 2-seater 4-door. It was you couldn't sit in the back, man.
It was little for sure.
Yeah.
Yo.
But I love Tahoes or Denali's. I'm gonna get a truck now so I can tow my RV. But I just
What year?
right now.
What year do you like? What body style do you like?
I like both the newer body styles, the 03 and I got both of them, but I like the 03 and the 07 and up. The newer ones are nice, but I don't ever buy a brand new car. They depreciate too much in value too quickly. So my 03 actually, I drove out here instead of the 07. I don't know. I like it more. I think it's older, but I just like how it rides.
It goes.
Yeah, it rides good.
Good.
But now next up, I'm gonna buy is a truck, hopefully. So.
A pickup?
Yep.
Which one?
Diesel. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm looking
Just
at
a diesel?
I'm looking at a Sierra right now. But yeah, I got an RV. Like I said, that's my plan to be able to tow that to different properties. So I got to get something that's better for towing around.
Okay. Weed or alcohol?
Weed all day.
All day. Okay.
Okay.
He needs something to chill him out. That's what it is.
Yeah. My dad drank a lot growing up, and I've seen a lot of people drinking a lot growing up. So for me, it's weed. Weed's way more relaxing than alcohol. Alcohol make you do some shit that you don't. It make you feel like you're young again, and you go do some shit that, at least me,
Yeah.
I be turned up. Like,
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of
let's go. Where we going? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't. I gotta chill out. I can't do all that no more.
I got a question that's a little off script. How was it for you, man? Like with Chop It Up, I feel like we never had this as a problem. But like, did you look at barbering like as like a black dominated industry?
I mean,
And then being white, did you notice like any type of like drawback from people be like, yo, now I don't have a white boy to come out here? Because I remember like cats would be like, say that type shit.
yeah, I think
And it's
I think it depends on where you're from and also the area that you're cutting in. You know what I'm saying? I've had guys come up here from Oakland and they sat there and when we were in Linwood and sat there and watched and been like, don't fuck me up, man. You're the first white guy to ever come here. Then I'm nervous as hell. Like, damn, man, this dude sitting here, he pressing me now. You know what I'm saying? Now I
run the
gotta
fade
make
after
sure
the
he's
fade.
Gotta
super
deliver.
fresh.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But once I've cut their hair, I've never really had many problems. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the growth over time. But I think for good haircuts, it predominantly is black. You know what I'm saying? Right. Barbershops that give good haircuts. A lot of the white barbershops you pull up to, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them.
No offense to the viewers.
It's just in and out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of super cuts, other stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I think, the barber game, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Yeah, I just think it's important because, like, you know what I mean? There's people that might feel a little bit. I don't think anymore because if you see, like, a lot of the influencers online, Instagram, everybody know, like, a lot of these guys are, you know, all types of races and stuff. But I feel like when I first started, especially, it just seemed like, you know, let's go to the hood barbershop. Now we got a black barbershop. The cats literally Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so,
Listen, people.
from your scope, I just wanted to hear that.
People are always going to be wary, especially if they're new to the city, new to town, and they coming from somewhere that they're comfortable with.
Well, it's kind of like with a female as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you have the same
Yeah.
kind of things when,
Same
you know,
thing.
people are like, I don't know, I don't want a girl cut my hair. But then once they
always-
see your fade, that's a nice thing. I remember when I first started and people be like, we look at people and they be like, nah, I'm good. And they'll just wait for somebody else. I make sure to spin that haircut around so they see it. Hey, make sure they see the haircut and everything. Like, yeah.
I always would tell them, go ahead, let another man touch your head.
Yeah.
Or go ahead, wait for the rookie.
Well, because that's usually what it is. They took second place. They took second place for it. They're like,
Mess said the
I
rookie.
don't want the female cut me. And he's like,
Mess
just got
turned
cut by a
around and
new guy.
snapped the jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
GMB over there. You know what I'm saying?
Or I would say, I'll be over there to fix it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, Mess is flying fresher. Mess is funny, man. I remember when I first started cutting, I was in Lintonwood cutting and I was hitting the waves of this dude's hair and Mess came over and all of a sudden I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's going on? Mess just start cranking my chair up. She's like, eye level, Nick. I'm like, oh, shit. My bad, Mess, my bad. I just did him down a little bit more.
Hey, that matters.
Hey,
You
it does though. It does though. It does.
Why hurt yourself when you have a chair that goes up and down?
You're right. You're right. No, I agree. It's just funny. Mess is very direct, and I like that. I'm sure over there in Kirkland, they'd be like, hey, you guys need a haircut? Rookie over here ready?
Yeah, no, I've toned down my directness. People don't respond very well. Do you do designs?
Yep.
Do you still do them?
Yep.
Do you like it?
I like doing designs.
I love it too.
It ain't, I wouldn't say it's about the money either because, I mean, I don't charge a ton for the designs
You
at all.
don't?
Nope. I could. I don't because I enjoy doing them. So it gives me something else to do. And I feel like when people see them, they're like, where'd you get that done?
Right.
So it's like a marketing scheme for me. So if it's a kid, it's usually $5-10 extra.
Right.
If I got to do something intricate,
Yeah.
it depends on how intricate and if
You're
I
right.
can even do it. I had a kid one time ask me, he said, hey, can you make an eagle soaring down, picking up a snake out of the water and come? I said, nah, bro, I could not do, I could do like the little M, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that, bro. I can't do it.
I mean, how much
You
head?
said the M.
Yeah.
There's your eagle.
The little bird flying.
There you go.
How much headspace did he even have to do all of that?
He didn't have enough.
Okay.
And I don't even think I could have did the bird or the snake.
That's all the way around both sides. You got
Yeah.
a
Get
The whole
out.
head.
portrait.
It was sick, but it just wasn't possible for these hands.
Have you? I haven't done any Seahawks in the last 2 seasons. Have you done any Seahawks?
I've done a couple Seahawks, but I feel like it's just kids that like it or
Right.
people that have came before that, like, hey, let me get that Seahawk again. But with the Seahawks only doing so well, I don't know. That Super Bowl year, we were knocking them out.
Yeah. All
And
day. Yeah.
them ones, you know what I'm saying, especially on an adult, I mean, I might charge 10 or 20 bucks a little more on them because it's just repetitive, same thing over and over.
Oh,
But-
especially when they want the helmet.
Yeah.
Both sides.
I had one dude, I did him
His
I was
beard?
still in Linwood. Yeah, his beard was I made the little face mask and everything. He had the Seahawk on both sides. He wanted it to look like a helmet.
Hey, Nick be going crazy with the design sometimes.
Yeah,
going
that's
in. Versace symbols, all that.
Yeah,
man.
I still be doing the Versace a lot, especially on my guy Big House. He still get that to this day.
Where you be pulling the inspiration from? You just look online, or what do you?
I look online. I'll ask them what they're kind of looking for. I'm trying to get some more. I'm trying to see the negative space a little better when I'm making the designs. So I'll be watching Merv lately a lot on his designs on the negative spacing because I be working the darker hair a lot and just outlining for the darker popping. I'm trying to get better at seeing the negative spacing because there's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's two different accents.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm always concentrating on outlining the darker accents.
That's my problem too. Yeah.
So I'm learning how to accent with more skin and more fading, you know what I'm saying, or more intricate. But it's something it's different. You're cutting all day and then you finally get to just do something different. It feels good.
Yeah.
I say try to draw on black paper with white pen.
I literally went to the store and
Yeah.
seen it and was so close. I ended up buying a regular sketch pad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And went home and was trying to do it on there. But I think that's the best way to do it too.
Yeah, because it's the reverse.
It's the
white.
reverse,
It's
exactly.
The white shadow or the white accent on black shadow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wanted to touch something else on the barbering tip too. 15-minute cuts. The 15-minute cuts.
That's Messy Mess.
No, that's Nick.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm an efficient barber. I cut quick. I move quick. I talk quick.
I smoke quick.
Everything.
He's the dude on Instagram. I pump my chair up faster than you.
Yeah. That is Nick, bro.
I count my money faster. I get to my change faster than you.
I swear,
I don't even mean to be, but
spray
that's
the
probably
cool cat
how I
faster
be.
than you.
back in Linwood, bro, you would see him like it would be like a gear in his head, bro. You turn it on, and bro, he would be trying to cut hella quick, bro. The people's head doing this like this. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm trying to learn how to slow down a little bit, but I'm doing the same exact steps that I would be if I was not. But sometimes some people think that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna get a good service just because it was quick.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to slow down. We had a guy that was online the other day, and they were like, "Man, this white guy gave me a haircut, and it felt like it was rushed." Murph hit me like, "Hey, bro, do you know who this was about?" I said, "Bro, do you know? You think this was this guy?" I said, "Bro, you know damn well that was me. My bad." And I could tell he felt that way, and I tried to slow down. And
at the end,
yeah, I could tell because he kept like trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not trying to rush you out the chair. It's just how I move. But I could tell that he didn't understand, so I really tried to slow down, tried to blow him off. But he still
But
left.
it's hard to slow down.
It is when you're in working mode
Yeah.
with everything. I mean,
But also, like you said, the steps are still the same.
yeah,
It's just,
just moving slower.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's patience.
So with that being said, then like, what's the max amount of heads you cut, and how much bread did you take home that day?
So
We be a
the
little
IRS
nosy.
do not have rights to any of this shit.
We get to the money over here.
Hey, so I think my busiest day is like 9 a G. You know what I'm saying? 969 I think was what it was before this week. This week I hit somewhere close to there again. I didn't exactly keep track, but about a band, a little bit, barely less than a band.
Band-Aid in a single day.
In a single day, most haircuts are probably
And that's just cutting. We ain't talking no merch, no t-shirts you sold.
that's just cutting.
None of that.
Nothing.
All right, cool.
just cutting.
Yep.
But I mean, on them days you usually get blessed. First off, it usually be on a day that I come in a little earlier. I'll be there at 9, so I got an extra hour ahead of time, and then I'm cutting. Some people come in, they want a one all over lined up. Some people, let me get a beard line. Now there's a walk-in sitting there. Now I got him too. So I might have 15, 20 appointments, 22 appointments. I do 30-minute cuts, but the kids are 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A lot smaller template. I mean, they start moving like crazy.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
I got some clients, man, it's hard for them, the kids, but the only time I run into an issue with my timing is if I get, like he says, six kids cuts back to back. It can get hard. Like, but back to school, I'd be kind of hectic. I'd be like, but if you run 15 minutes behind, that's one person, but it's really not that much time. You know what I'm saying? I still respect their time and try to stay up as much as possible. You know,
You got to be in cut mode at that point. You can't be.
Yeah,
got
you
no
can't.
choice.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do.
Back to the old Nick, man.
Fight or flight, yeah.
Don't move, dude.
That's exactly it. Stay still, bro.
Well, also, I think what people don't understand is you need to learn how to cut and talk.
Yeah,
You can't cut and then stop
yeah.
and then to talk.
A lot of people do that, and they'll talk with their hands and walk
Yeah.
around, and then come back and then start cutting. I mean, there's a lot of wasted time. Some people take their lids off of every single product when they
Right.
do it. Like, why do you got a lid on your cool care, bro?
Yeah,
It's a
they'll
spray
make
bottle.
Yeah. I thought that shit away instantly.
Yeah, instantly, as soon as I get it.
And I also tell like new barbers, say, after you do your thorough consultation first, that makes your time go faster anyway.
Yeah.
A thorough consultation. You know what kind of haircut they're getting. Get all your guards out and set it up top and have it ready.
Yep, exactly. That's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
I have my guards on the wall, and
Yeah.
person comes in, says, "Comb over or something." I know, all right, pull scissors out, thinner shears out, 1 to 3, boop,
Right.
good to go. And they're
Because
sitting
you
there
don't
ready.
be wasting your time looking for your guards.
Exactly.
You know, there's other ways. It's not
Efficiency,
just
yeah.
cutting it fast. Is cutting out the bulk and what takes you so long.
Yeah, being efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
simple.
Any other endeavors, man? I know you got the screens, printing, all the merch and all that.
I was doing the
Any other
Pokemon for a little bit, buying
things?
and
Yeah,
selling
bro.
Pokemon.
Pokemon cards, right? Cards?
I was in a message, y'all. I almost put one on a chain and wore it up in here.
Hold on. You're not into Marvel or DC, but you're into Pokemon.
Come on.
Catch 'em all.
That's fire.
Nah, but there was some money in it, and I seen the money in it, and my kids enjoyed it. So
Okay.
at the same time, with giving them something they enjoy, I was able to make some money.
Yeah, blame them. Yeah, got it.
But now it's slowed down a little bit. I mean, there's still money in it, but it's more of a headache. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You got 100,000 cards, and you want to sell them, or you want to trade them, or you want to. It's way too much to try to just constantly mess with.
And they're
It's
not
more of a
into it.
hassle.
People are not into trading cards like that anymore.
I mean, it's off and on. The biggest
But-
boom I think of ever was in 2020
Oh, yeah.
when it came back around. Everything came back around.
With the NFT kind of thing, I think that was what kind of.
I think the
fueled it.
NFT eventually will definitely blow up too.
Didn't it like deflate?
Everything's down right
A
now.
lot,
though.
everything's down right now, but I mean, I think everything fluctuates a little bit. Just like I think, what's it called down right now too? Crypto.
Yeah, crypto's super
Yeah.
Everything's down.
tanking.
I mean, honestly, it's on sale if you want to think about it. Really,
Yeah.
it's on sale.
Yeah, it's on sale.
So.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Any last words of information, words of motivation or anything like that for the new barbers or just for anything?
Man, come in, work hard. You know what I'm saying? Stay accountable for yourself. Have direction, intensity, concentration, execution. You know what I'm saying? Come in and do everything to the best of your ability, bro. I mean, you're not going to be perfect when you first start, but you being there, making sure you communicate with your client, staying in contact with them at all times. If you're 5 minutes late, I mean, if you're cutting and you're running a couple minutes behind, that's one thing. But if you're not there and it's your first appointment day, you need to make sure to communicate, regardless. If it's a minute or two and you being on time is very important.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure to communicate with your clients and, man,
I agree.
work hard. Work hard and stay focused. That's what I got for the new barbers, man. Stay on top of your business.
Yep.
I mean, it's a real laid back job. It's very enjoyable, but don't get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Growth can't come in comfort.
Yep. That's a fact.
You should put that quote on a shirt.
Yep.
Can't come in comfort.
Yeah.
Amen. For real.
Yeah.
I think we're good, man. Tapped on a lot. Tapped in.
Any last words? Any,
No,
nah? Good?
I think I said everything.
I'm good.
Good.
For sure.
Appreciate you, Nick.
Nicholas, you want to say anything? Say peace.
Peace.
All right.
Hi.
That concludes this week's episode. Tune in next week and check us out at thebarbergame.com.